Welcome, 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 returning and new subscribers. I am Goddess High Priestess Empress Avala Pantera. Blissful new moon in Capricorn, where it is exact right now, as a matter of fact. Well, it moved just a bit into 10 degrees. It landed exact at 9 degrees. But welcome all. This is the new moon in Capricorn message, which is also timeless, doesn't just have to be for the new moon in Capricorn. However, this is going to be your message at this time. May you all be well. All right. Now remember, well, if you're just tuning into this channel, a few days ago, I noticed that in my Moonology Oracle deck, the new moon in Capricorn card was missing. So for those of you that remember that, this message is going to be quite intriguing in terms of that entire energy from that previous video. But we gonna see what's going on here for the collective. The new moon in Capricorn card in that deck states that your hard work is paying off. So this is a perfect time to set new standards for yourself when it comes to Capricorn energy, where you set your authority based on the maturity you've had after going through obstacles and challenges to gain wisdom and apply them as a form of knowing thyself, as knowledge is power once it is applied. This could also be where you set new standards when it comes to your career, the way you connect to your achievements, the way you allow yourself to be recognized for those achievements as well. But let's take a look and see what the vibe is for the collective. I definitely have to open up this here live on the screen so I can see the chat, so I can see y'all, as well as mute this so I'm not hearing myself. And major shout out to King Simon for having me on his channel. That was an amazing conversation. So make sure, if you haven't yet, to go tune in, vibe out, and just let me know what's the vibe, what you felt from that message, from that conversation. But let's get into the messages here for the collective. What's this? The giraffe, optimism, insight, and perspective. You're being guided to stand above the preconceived thoughts of lack. Stay grounded. I'm hearing use your voice because the neck is very obvious here with the giraffe. Okay. Stay grounded, keep a broad perspective, and appreciate what matters to you. Life is what you make it to be. Begin today to enjoy the process of life. Be spontaneous and allow the world to fascinate you. But I'm going to place this back into the deck. All right. Just went to see what that was, as it's a popper. So we're going to get the actual message here for you right now. Ooh, the phoenix and the dolphin. Seraphims could be of significance in connection to the all-seeing eye. The angles of light that you're able to connect to that allows you to move through your God power, God frequency. What's the message here for the collective for this new moon in Capricorn? And grand solar return, you beautiful Capricorns, you. What's the message for the collective? What's the message for the collective new moon in Capricorn? What you have, baby? The unicorn with the Capricorn. Ooh, the Unicapri. The Unicapri, Capri unicorn. Purity, wisdom, action. You are being guided to have faith in yourself, the knowledge you possess, and the magic of the universe. You are where you are supposed to be. Feel your way through each segment of your life. I'm going to pause right there because there's something about that message here for the collective that is screaming right now. You are where you're supposed to be. Now, Capricorn season can be one of those moments where you're faced with oppositions that will certainly make you stronger, but it depends on the way you are perceiving your feelings. Because the way I look at the seasons with astrology, I always incorporate its polar reflection. So the polar reflection of Capricorn will be Cancer that says, I feel. Do you feel? Through visualization is what I'm getting, the purity of your wisdom. Wisdom is gained after you go through obstacles and challenges, which means when it comes to after those obstacles and challenges is when you decide to tell yourself, okay, I've learned my lesson. Now it's time for me to expand and grow from learning that lesson. You just bought unicorn earrings for your niece. Oh, that is so sweet. I love that. Give me 1 second, y'all. I have to get... There's a lot of mystical energy coming through here with the unicorn and the griffin. But I do have to get this charger for this laptop, which could also be significant where it speaks to you are exactly where you are supposed to be. For some of you, that means allowing yourself to get the rest that is required for your calibration and everything that is unfolding for you in the next phase. And be mindful not to get caught up around people who undermine the value of getting rest. Not being lazy, but getting the rest so that way you can rejuvenate. Okay? Let's see here. So now let's continue. You are where you're supposed to be. Feel your way through each segment of your life. You will clearly see your next move and take action. This is beautiful. I love this. Because also with this new moon in Capricorn, what's important for you at this time is to really decide, you know what I'm saying, what it is that you want to move forward with. When it comes to you knowing exactly what you want to do or stepping into Aquarius season, which says, I know, make a decision now. Choose what it is that you really would want to experience, especially beginning with the feeling of it, because that feeling will connect you to your God power or your imagination. Now, there could be a lot of grand situations that go on within one's imagination, but what stops a person from achieving that or going towards that or walking through that passage of going big and not playing it small, it normally comes into where that inner child is, where the energy for oneself is in terms of, the alignment and healing of that inner child. Because it's effortless for a child to have an imagination until it is adulterated with someone else's point of view or lack of knowledge. So as you are determining, what you want to see moving forward and stepping into this 9 year of 2025 with the actual new year being springtime, right now, January 1st, Capricorn season, it's still part of the essence of releasing, clearing out. Especially if you're in the northern hemisphere. Nature will tell you when the new year is. And if you're going to set any type of resolution, as people normally would, be mindful that it is being done during a season where one has to be very disciplined. Capricorn, Saturn. Okay. Big results are the ripple effect of inspired action. Big results are the ripple effect of inspired action. So now here's another thing that's being suggested. Take a look. Observe what is around you, what inspires you. Because this big result could be something you want or don't want. But over here, we're definitely manifesting what it is that you desire and nothing less. More, go for it, but nothing less. 6:06 on the clock, 6:11 on the screen, 6:06 in my deck. The message is focus on the mission, not how. And I love how that word has miss and an ion at the end of it, with miss connecting to that maiden energy or one's emotions. Focus on what inspires that feeling for you to keep going towards what it is that you want to manifest and bring into fruition. All right, let's get one more. We got two. Wow. You got the butterfly and the rabbit. The butterfly speaks of mind, body, and soul transformation. Collective, you are being guided to embrace change. Look at that. And detach from what no longer serves you in order for you to fly, especially before you come out of the chrysalis stage of the butterfly, because if someone assists that butterfly out of that cocoon, it won't have a chance to fly. So to simply state that message right there, some of you have to really sit with yourself when it comes to, you know, a toxic habit, literally, that you're still holding on to, that doesn't allow you to play it bigger than what you're playing it right now, and keeping you in the comfort zone. Again, Capricorn, maturity, not saying that any of you are immature, but there could be certain feelings that you're still connected and attached to that won't allow you to even visualize or see, imagine the greatest version of yourself. In order for you to know what it is that you want, you have to be able to visualize it. But if you're being blocked by past situations or enablers that keep you in a stagnant position, or you enabling somebody else that keeps them in a stagnant position, because it goes both ways, this is definitely a wonderful time to take heed, take note of what it is that you need to disconnect from, especially, once again, if you want life to get better. Begin now to recognize your own beauty and elegance, and the world will do the same. Followed by the rabbits. Opportunity, birth, and creativity. Now, the first thing that's coming through with this here rabbit is its natural anxiety that it has when it comes to a hawk. What's in the sky? Instead of the rabbit, granted, protecting itself, but the focus of it seems to be more so, ooh, this bird is about to attack. This bird is about to attack. For some of you, that's a very big message right now, where You just have to be mindful about energies that surround themselves with feeling as though something is always being done to them. When the main part as to why certain things happen, let's say psychic attacks, when you're not mentally and spiritually intact, that tends to happen often. Those type of psychic attacks and things of that nature, especially if you're not in the state of control of your own thoughts. And out of control with your own thoughts is the overthinking that you do when it comes to certain thoughts. And what it is that is around you that is inspiring that to have a big result and ripple effect. As it said for the unicorn, don't misuse the energy of the unicorn basically doing foolishness. You feel me? So the rabbit's message is saying you are being guided to clean out your mental closet, release emotional baggage, and find your inner child. There you go. Bing, bam, boom. And design your life your way. Open your eyes, mind, and heart to the opportunities around you and stay in one spot long enough to appreciate love the moment. Some of it seems as though you're on the right track, but there's some form of distraction. UBR, burr. Burr. All right. UBR, rub. Somebody's is a massage therapist or it's whatever. Massage could be of significance. Let's see what's hey. Before I get into your tarot spread, I want to see what Isis Osset's the oracle message is for the collective. What is the message for the collective? New moon in Capricorn. You know they stepping into their power, beloved. So come through with the 717 on the screen. Boom. The message is the knot of Isis. Energetic stabilization with the buckle of the beloved. Oh, shit now. Okay. The knot. There's some form of entanglement that once you recognize its purpose, it stabilizes you. The irony, huh? Knot of Isis. What is this? It was just 618 on the screen. And I have here written 6/17/21, Thursday. That could be of significance here for some of you as well. Huh. Each initiate has their own unique spiritual blueprint with particular skills, talents, and higher destinies unfolding that use their unique attributes. Part of your spiritual blueprint collective is a special relationship to the energies of the goddess. This means that not only do you have the important spiritual task of helping her, and you can see this as the version of your higher self, whether you are a woman or a man. This is speaking to that goddess energy within all, the divine feminine, okay? Let's go again. Part of your spiritual blueprint is a special relationship to the energies of the goddess. This means that not only do you have the important spiritual task of helping her thrive in this world, but you are afforded her power, protection, and abundance too. You are now deepening your connection to her. Collective, you are under the spiritual guidance and protection of the divine feminine. Part of your high destiny this lifetime is to heal and flourish. It didn't say cope. It didn't say deal with it. Part of your high destiny this lifetime is to heal, which comes with handling situations that prevent you from doing so, and flourish through the divine feminine in her many forms, especially in those forms that truly resonate and hold meaning for you. This healing will happen on your personal path and may be well part of the work that you offer in service to the world, which may be simply in the way that you live your life. So ask yourself, in what ways are you actually living your life? Not one that was basically forced for you to have. Whether if it has to do with traditional way that you were being brought up. Does that serve your soul? Do you feel a connection to your soul? Do you feel that passion to do what it is that you're doing? Or is it something that you're doing that you say, I'm doing this, I love what I'm doing, but when you love what you do with passion, there shouldn't be a but after it. If there is, guess what? Now you have an opportunity to make a decision about what it is that you want to be doing, living your life, having this physical experience with the soul being the driver and having a connection to it and doing what you love to do with passion and no regrets and no ifs, ands, or buts. I mean, you could have an and because there could be certain things that you are passionate about, but you get the point. The knot of Isis brings a special indication that your soul is braiding or twining with the divine feminine energies in a particular form. For some, that will be a specific goddess, and the energetic process will often be strong and deep. The initiate will feel as if they are integrating the part of this goddess that is not just in them, but is a part of their own consciousness. So, you know I got this here Divine Feminine Oracle deck, right? What better moment than now? What is the energy of the Divine Feminine coming through for the collective here? 1023 could be significant. It's really 617 on the clock right now. So 617, 1023, you may want to look into those numbers. I am as well here, especially the 617. Let me look at that real fast. No rush, but let me just look at this. It says Asir, prisoner. I'm looking at the lexicon. Let me look at this metaphysically. Asir is given dark divine feminine energy, to especially if it has to do with one being in a mental prison or feeling as though they're stuck in a situation. Let's see. Says Moses represents the divine law and Aaron represents the executive power of divine law. Korah springs from love or Levi, as do Moses and Aaron. Korah means bald, ice. Okay, so let's look at it this way. Ice springs from love, as do divine law and the executive power of divine law. This infers the opposite of love, a state in which one is cold or apathy and unproductive of life because of unwillingness to be guided in one's love faculty by the law of God. Basically, by the law of you knowing that You are the generator, operator, destroyer. But what are you willing to destroy or detach yourself from so that way you can actually live a life of love? And the goddess that comes out, the apostles of apostles, or the divine feminine, Mary Magdalene, with Isis, which is basically her teacher. Ain't that something? I love to see it. I love to see it. What a beautiful combination. Because this is really given, on some real, you are surrounded by Isis. If you are somebody who has a connection to Isis, Set, Mary Magdalene, yeah, they're definitely surrounding you at this time. At least their energies are. You could be receiving a lot of downloads, a lot of information that's showing up on your feed or certain videos on YouTube. Watch them. Because I'm getting, that's for some of you here, a form of meditation where it's going to help you to crystallize information a lot faster. It's not even that you're in a rush to do so, but it's more so having to do with the rate that things are moving already. So that way you are also in alignment with that speed. So Mary Magdalene's page 1 and Isis is, where you at, baby? Where you at, beloved? 170. So 1170 could be of significance too. Mary Magdalene represents the fierce, unwavering love that we all have access to within our own vulnerable hearts. It's a love that renders all things sacred, from the animals to the angels, from the poorest to the most powerful. It's a love that sees the inherent worth of all things, and it is a love that remains even through the darkest times, even through death or transformation. Her love is the one that resurrects. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene relates that of Yeshua came to unite us, to demonstrate to us a true human being, an anthropos, meaning a person who is both fully human and fully divine. This is what Mary became, and it's why she was so beloved. She didn't seek to follow him. She sought instead to become her true self. Mary Magdalene reminds us that we have the power to receive vision from within. We are worthy of such proximity to the divine because that's the other half of what it means to be truly divine. She reminds us that there is a bridge between heaven and earth, and that bridge, when it comes to you as the physical vessel, is your heart. And it continues to say that she wants you to remember that the truest church you can enter is in the heart. This is where your true power collective rests and where love never ends. The question you may want to ask yourself for meditation of your soul voice: where has my love not yet reached? Now that's a powerful question. Where has your love not yet reached that you may be forcing it to reach? Where it's time to not so much stop giving that love, but not so much doing it to expect it in return. I mean, with love, if it's truly unconditional, you just love. To expect it in return puts it into a conditional state, where now you're pretty much lowering that frequency of the love itself. Now, Isis, the goddess of magic. Some of you are definitely going through a Kundalini awakening. and recognizing the sexual energy is sacred and that your pleasure is a prayer that brings you back to life. That's some deep shit now. Wait a minute. Hold on. This is why you got to be mindful as to whom it is. If this is something you are engaging in with someone else, to be mindful of how sacred this energy is, that it can literally bring you to life. Yes. Or it can drain you from your life force energy. The sexual energy that creates life can also be used to sustain it, collective. It's significant that Isis brings Osiris back to life by making love to him. The metaphor is that by uniting life and death, body and soul, masculine and feminine, and heaven and earth, a rebirth or resurrection occurs. The sexual energy that sex inspires exists within each of us all the time, latent and waiting to be utilized to create more life. Often our own sexual energy and power is feted or left neglected or unacknowledged. It's a powerful, sacred life force that Isis wants us to integrate more fully. It doesn't require a partner to activate it. It only takes awareness that it exists and the remembering of our heart to our head. The same way that she put the members of Osiris' body back together by finding it, going into that feeling deeper and deeper to bring remembrance or to bring life, the feminine, the womb, the incubator of new life, turning that liquid into a crystallized form that now becomes an expression of life. It takes activating the energy of our root chakra and uniting it with the crown chakra just above our head. Isis is a call for us to allow our sexuality to infuse and enhance all that we say and do. Isis is a call for us to allow our sexuality to infuse and enhance all that we say and do. Some of you are looking to get deeper into the studies of Tantra. 8:33 on the time. It'll bring you quite the abundance, but you bet you're going to have to master that mind, master your feelings before stepping into this. She is the sacred reminder that sex is holy. And what makes it holy isn't marriage, although sex itself is a sacred marriage. The soul voice meditation. What does sexual empowerment, what is the feeling of sexual empowerment to you? With the intention or the purpose that sexual energy is sacred and your pleasure is a prayer that brings you back to life. So what does the feeling of sexual empowerment mean to you? What is that feeling when you are sexually empowered? For the new moon in Capricorn, this is quite the message. Wow, because there's definitely something having to do here. Wow, okay. Double time. Something having to do with your stability, the root chakra. and your knowing with the crown. It seems as though the question here for you, beloved, when it comes to choosing the life you desire, are you worth it? And I'm going to tell you now, that should automatically be a yes. So whatever it is that is sitting beneath the surface that makes you feel as though you're not worthy of greatness, get that shit out the way and now. Okay? What is the current energy here for the collective? You have the Five of Wands, Saturn and Leo. I heard training. Judgment at the bottom of the deck, 520. Saturn and Taurus vibes right there as well. If this was the Seven of Pentacles, it'll fall under this range of 720, 520. That could also be significant too, 720. However, the current energy here for some of you is definitely having to do with your creativity, trusting your gut, your instincts, your intuitive instincts. There's a lot going on here around you in your environment in terms of authority figures. And you're being asked to focus in this current moment on your strength, courage, and what it is you're willing to do. Let's see what the challenge is here. Oh, shit. The Emperor. Wow. The Emperor also has a connection to the heart chakra, but it says, I am. This is power. This is authority. The fact that this card is Saturn in Leo, some of you, your challenge is being in a position of authority or being that authoritative figure in your own life, and you're allowing a king, in terms of the energy here, you're allowing a king to dictate or determine what you are to do, but you're the emperor. The king goes to the emperor, not vice versa. I'm gonna get some more from this here because I'm noticing how the way the Emperor's literally looking in the direction of the Five of Wands. Some of you, I'm getting some type of business endeavor here where you really want to be mindful specifically of 5 people that you could currently be in some type of issue because they're sitting here competing when there is no competition, because you are who you are, you're moving authentically. Meanwhile, these energies around you feel as though that they're doing something that you may be doing. New Year is not till March 20th. So let me see what's at the basis of this. But infinite love, Ashe. Hold on. We got the Six of Wands, the Moon, and the Page of Pentacles that came out all together. For the basis of this. This new moon in Capricorn is the time for you to decide, make a decision here when it comes to what allows you to be in your power. Some of you are in an uncomfortable situation. As it mentioned in the Unicorn card, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So that way you can be so uncomfortable that you actually make the changes you're supposed to make. As well as the word blueprint showing up here as well, that you already have the blueprint of success. You already got the plan. 10-4, 1040 on the screen. Copy. Okay. See? It went directly. As soon as I said that, the energy shifted right into here. Protect your information. Now, no one could ever steal your idea in the sense of why the seed or the idea was planted within you initially. Now you can expand that energy in terms of feeling as though someone may be attempting to take something from you by feeding that. Especially with the way the energies are on the planet right now in terms of being mindful of your thoughts and what you're thinking about those thoughts. You know that saying, what's for you cannot be taken from you. And when it's time for it to show up, it's going to show up and things are going to shift for it to really step into your life, for it to really be in alignment to your reality. The judgment is still here. Okay. Child. What's behind judgment? The Ace of Wands. Speaking of idea in the mind's eye. Your vision is your vision. And it's already protected by the divine. I'm strongly feeling that. It's definitely protected by the divine because you're not going to be placed in this situation here with this 6 of Wands and this 5 of Wands, 11. You're not going to be placed in a situation that is challenging to not come out successful from it. And the only way that you won't come out successful from it is if you don't take your power. So if taking your power would be if someone has already shown that they cannot be trusted, release them. Take your power back. Taking your power back would be taking your thoughts that you have about this situation and this person so you can move on. Because yes, it is possible. You know what I mean? Times people go through situations that they feel that they can't get out of, to the point that they get out of it, have the most amazing life, and literally almost forget where they were before. Better utilize these time shifts. In the immediate past, look at that, 7 of Wands, protected. Yeah, it's something you already did in the past that is protecting an idea or protecting your position, your authority. But again, the only thing that messes with that is what you allow. Into your space of harmony, into your auric field. With the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck, Cancer energy. I feel you being on a spiritual path and enhancing your connection to your intuition is what's really going to help you. 9:44 on the screen. What's really going to help you, 6:39 on the clock, when it comes to stepping into your power, even though it's coming through as a challenge right now. Some of you are at the beginning of the bridge. Your heart is the bridge to your higher self. You're at the bridge, possibly looking back at these situations that you have already set boundaries with. It seems as though some of you are having to enforce those boundaries. Because it really seems as though you already received the message and you're keeping it to yourself when it comes to your success. I see where this is going. Okay. All right. It's really given. Don't waste your time with people that don't see your vision. What's crowning this message? Wow. A lot of wands. I see a lot of passion showing up here with the fire element of the wands. 9 of wands shows up. Yeah, this is something you know you've been patient with the 5 and the 9 here. 14. You've been patiently waiting for something to change, but now it's time for it to end. We're even stepping into 2025, which is a 9 year. Although the actual newness of that year is when spring arrives. So you're preparing, you know what I'm saying? The environment so that the blossom is full, abundant, strong. Look at her face. I love this 9 of Wands card because of her face. She awesome. So you really think I don't see you? Okay. And the fact that this is a feminine energy, and that's what this Knot of Isis was speaking to, remember? The energetic stabilization with the buckle of Isis. We mentioned that there's a situation that you are recognizing that is perfectly designed for you to move forward. It was chaotic, but this is where you have mastered or enhanced your ability of bringing order into chaos. 747 could be of significance. 642 on the time. Bringing the vision into your sacral so that way you can create from it. I love to see it. What's happening next? What's happening next here for the collective? It's a dope message. What's happening next? You have the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. First thing I heard was feeling indecisive. What's the advice? What's at the bottom first? Don't let these self-sabotaging thoughts affect your decision. This is your moment. 2 of Pentacles, Jupiter and Capricorn. You'll go through an expansion of quite the lessons because you're supposed to be for some of you, this has to do with you being an authority figure, you being a leader. You may be the type of person that is you want to help everybody do so well, but at the same time, you may lack some type of grit or what's the word? Authority, basically, where you just allow people to just take advantage of how much information you could possibly give, or basically them having access to you, or something about someone wanting access to you just because of who you are. Don't allow their projections, because now what's coming through with this 8 of Swords is giving this energy where somebody normally does something as soon as you're about to pull away, and it brings you back. 644 on the time. 44 is a very big number, which means your angels are literally, and your spirit guides are putting things in place to show you what has to end so you can rebuild your foundation. 949 on the screen. Especially if this is something having to do with you doing something over and over and over again after you already set boundaries. You're going to have to set some new ones. Something as simple as no. That's the boundary some of you here may have to set, is the word no. without explaining yourself. Okay? What is the advice? As if that didn't sound as though it was one. Leslie, what's the advice for the collective? The 9 of Cups. Focus. Focus on your emotional fulfillment. Jupiter is showing up quite a bit with the 6 of Wands here. What's this? This is Mars and Leo. Protecting your ideas, your creativity, your passions, the risk that you take. You got Saturn showing up here. Jupiter, Jupiter, Jupiter. It showed up, Jupiter showed up as many times as it can. Okay, because the 8 of Swords is Jupiter and Gemini. Hold up, wait a minute. Your blessings want to come in. What is stopping the... Okay. Oh, shit. 646 on the clock. Some of you are in a position to build an empire, but you're still focused on somebody else's kingdom, and all they want to continue to do is play around with it. They don't want to build anything further, especially with this 3 of Pentacles showing up here. So you're being asked to focus on your own wish, your own emotional fulfillment. Because with that Pisces energy, you about to receive certain materials and resources that's going to allow you to become the legend that you are destined to be. You've been building on this entire time. So right now, the way that just came through, that would be the conversation your subconscious mind and your higher self is having with you. We've been building on this, for some of you, for 7 years. Minimum. And this could just simply be a way of you connecting to your thoughts or connecting to the highest version of yourself that's forever evolving. Tell me more about the advice here. Got this incense booming right now. It's all in my face. Yay. Oh. Oh, shit. Well, what do you know? Source said, you do it, or I'ma do it. You get yourself out of this situation now that you know you've been either, okay. Plain and simple, some of you want to get out of a situation. The other thing about this is because the ideas that you have that are ready to be planted and the rate as to which it will manifest, it's not even a game right now. That you reached a point in your life where the universe is basically telling you, yo, this is your moment right now, and we're not gonna let you miss it. We're not gonna let you miss out on that. What's at the bottom here? Look at this, the Lovers making a decision here. Well, this could have to do with love for some of you. A lover. Let me see what's behind it. Oh, the Chariot, 6, 7. Yo, this decision-making process is moving quickly. In terms of this Tower. Look at that. See what I'm saying? You're destined, something about 2010. You're destined to be extremely happy and in love. In love with everything you do. With yourself. With your partner. With your family. The advice is focus on your emotional fulfillment. This Tower card is coming through as or else. Things will be shifted immediately for you to still align with the emotional fulfillment. You may just feel as though you're going through some type of burden or drama because we're pulling things away from you that you don't want to let go of yourself. 9:55 on the screen. Let's get one more. Tower. You know what? We stopped at, I'm going to get another deck. The Two of Wands. We would stop there. Which is about you deciding to be the spiritual warrior about your own life. And stepping into your life force. Greetings. Greetings. What is the Tower? What is the Tower? Not the Devil with the Chariot. 157, 715, 517. Okay. Hold on. Because, wow. This is obviously something that you consider an emotional fulfillment that you want to move forward with, but it's more of a distraction. And that Tower is coming through very quickly to destroy that. Oh boy. What's at the bottom here? Yeah. Yeah. Because this is the Four of Cups. This is Moon in Cancer. It's a strong bond. It may have something to do with a maternal energy. A level as to which a person is connected to being nurtured. But that's not all there is. That may be all one knows. But there's a lot more. With that Ten of Cups showing up, with the Lovers, and then the Chariot, and then the Ten of Cups, the Tower is definitely going to move in on that, because again, it's time for you to first feel that emotional fulfillment with yourself. I'm getting this sense of a woosah where you can breathe, because for one, you finally let go of something that you probably thought you never could. Show me the Devil energy here. The Ten of Wands. Shit. Wow. Yeah, that's done. That is done. See, this is what I mean. It was in reverse the way it came out. And with the Knight of Swords here, this is what I was saying before in terms of every time you're about to take a step and make a decision, someone does something to manipulate you back in. But at the forefront, you see at the forefront of your mind is the Nine of Wands. They keep bringing you back into this position. Well, they're living rent-free in your mind and shit type thing. Or this could even have something to do with your comfort zone. Allowing all the work that you've been doing to pay off by taking that next step, that leap of faith. Of course, stepping into you being your own boss with the Emperor here. 654. You was at 642. Now you're at 654. Bringing the vision into the heart space. Then now we going back to you being at the beginning of the bridge before you cross it, so you can align with the vision. Come on with it. What's going on here in the environment? How are you being viewed? That doesn't even matter. That's not even the way we want to ask the question right now, because the way you're being viewed doesn't matter. Let's get more advice based on the way you're being viewed. Let's go straight to that. What's the advice about what's in the environment, source? Ashe. What's the advice about what's in their environment where this tower is coming through as an advice? A sudden shift in one's reality. What's the advice? That's wild. What's this? Oh my God. You're gonna have, you see how you do? Okay. If you truly want to experience, not the King of Wands showing up, which is what we was talking about here. So this is the way I'm seeing this. A lot of you have to heal from something when it comes to someone having power over you. Because there's an emotional, a very strong emotional connection. But the advice is, when it comes to what's in your environment, you may see this as your end all be all, your emotional fulfillment. But do you see her face? And do you see what she has to do? This is not part of your legacy, is what this is saying, because upright, this is about you embarking on the path of your legacy and moving away from all that you thought was part of it. It was part of the journey, yes, but it's not the end all be all. You just getting started, baby. You're definitely not in an energy where there's reciprocity, because I see the Six of Pentacles here with the 2 and the 4, but it's not the Six of Pentacles. Now, let's look at the Six of Pentacles before I go into this next card so you can see, gain the visual of the way this energy is coming through here. It was for a season, but it's not connected to your infinity. Shit. Okay. Because look at the Six of Pentacles in this deck. It's nowhere near, speaking of infinity, the Magician's right on top of the Six of Pentacles. It's nowhere near your soul's abundance. It's more so connected to the ego. What's behind it? Duh. There's potential, but potential is nothing. You can only take the lid off of your own potential, not another person. What's in the hopes and fears position? What's in the hopes and fears position? Let's see, love. This is amazing for new moon in Capricorn, because you really want to make decisions and choices that really align to you having authority over your life, and not a situation having authority over it, especially if it's not something that serves you any longer. What's in this position here? Before we wrap this up, love. Okay. Ooh. You have the Eight of Pentacles. Your fear is that it'll affect your craft, hoping it doesn't, but it will. Look at that. Subconsciously, you know it's time to move on. And the universe is, again, guiding you out of this situation. Your future self is guiding you out of this situation. Mercury in Aquarius. Aquarius says, I know where you're supposed to go. I know your soul's plan. So let's go. Ravens and crows have been showing up A whole lot around you for this reason. Look at this here. King of Wands. Hopes and fears position. You got the Eight of Pentacles and the King of Wands. With the Ten of Swords at the bottom. Hey, did we not just say that birds are very significant? Where it's blocking your, it's telling you in regards to what's blocking your strength and courage and openings, because you got this here rune that speaks to openings, new pathways. Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and you got the Eight of Pentacles, Virgo, or Earth, Taurus, Capricorn. This hope and connection to fear is giving you the reality of not feeling as though you belong. The Ten of Swords, the Five of Pentacles with the High Priestess, shit. That's 15 right here. This is giving, listen to what we saying right now. Followed by the Hierophant? Golly. Hold up. What? Okay. So as quickly as you decide, is as quick as your life will change for the better. Some of you feel as though you have a healing process. It's going to take you years and cycles, but this is where the Tower also comes in as an energy that is highly supportive, where you, for some of you, you may even shift timelines from making a decision in regards to detaching from what no longer serves you, but not attaching yourself to that detachment, because that's also a thing. Yeah, I know, that was a little mind twister. What is the outcome? What is the outcome? So long story short, new moon in Capricorn. That thing there that you, whatever this is you working on, and your heart is telling you otherwise, don't be planting those seeds with that energy. Not in this age of Aquarius with Pluto and Aquarius. Don't do that. Because that is, the Pluto and Aquarius is pure judgment of humanity. And simply stated, going against what your heart desires to do. Because of the rules of man and disobeying the only law, universal laws. You have the laws of man, you have the universal law. This Pluto in Aquarius is having the collective shift very quickly into having an inner, under, outer, and overstanding of it. What does it say? My people perish for the lack of knowledge. Baby, ignorance is not bliss. Speaking to that too, baby. Yeah. Ignorance is not bliss, beloved. What's the outcome? The Page of Swords in reverse. Something is coming out in the open that has been watching you. Or someone, let's see here, because it landed right on top of the Emperor. What's at the bottom of the deck? The Ace of Cups. Shit, new love. Something about someone no longer holding back the way they actually see you or sense you with the Ace of Cups here. They can see themselves working with you. It's given the way that Hierophant and that High Priestess came out together. It's a spiritual connection. It's a connection of magic and not a bond of trauma. This could even have to do with some type of partnership and work as well. What is this? Yo, justice. Not the justice card coming out with that. Coming out with the Ten of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. Justice when it comes to moments where you have been betrayed. Left out in the cold. Especially in situations where you may have been, you know, attempting to right your wrongs per se. You're receiving justice for that. Receiving justice for anything that is not in alignment to you living in your truth and really taking the steps to make your life better. Anything that goes against that. What in the Hangman shows up at the bottom of the deck here? That's 33 energy. Some of you may have been seeing 333 or 33 quite often, or 1133 or 1115 could be a significance as well. Yeah, it's, you had to really, for some of you, this stepping out of your comfort zone has to do with really feeling the pain of a situation in matters of love. Judgment keeps showing up here. The Knight of Swords, sleepless nights, anxiety. You know the root cause of it? Preventing yourself from being celebrated. This communication is coming in quickly here by the decision that you have to make. You have several options, or communication in regards to seeing the changes and the transformations that you've made. Seven realms, as above, so below. Page of Cups. Taking a leap of faith here that leads to your transformation and no longer feeling restricted. Surrendering any type of self-sabotaging thoughts, so what's destined for you can come to you. You've had the patience for it. You've been healing, stepping into that 144 frequency, stepping into your heart chakra. One more, the Seven of Pentacles, which is that 520 that showed up earlier that we was talking about. So the seeds that you've been planting are ready to grow now. You don't have to keep going through this mental conflict and gain clarity of the mind. Let's see what, let me get a confirmation here with this. What's the Page of Swords in reverse for the outcome? What's the Page of Swords in reverse? It could also have to do with something you've been doing for the past 2 years that you felt as though was going to bring you some form of abundance, but you're letting it go. Or something that you felt would work out, that you've been working on for the past 2 years, and you're just deciding, yeah, no, we're not doing that. And also justice here in terms of anybody that may have been projecting some type of energy. Yeah, Judgment is on the board here with the Justice, and it showed up several times, Judgment card. What's this Page of Swords in reverse? The Four of Swords. And it lands on the table towards y'all in reverse. This isn't something you can heal. It's shattered glass. This is shattered glass. The outcome is you're recognizing that something is shattered glass, especially with something new on the way. See, this is what I mean in regards to where you could be going through a situation that you are having a hard time making a decision to release it. But what's really happening here is that as soon as you do, this new dawn, this new life is already here for you. It's already on its way. So this is also another reason why certain things are shifting the way they are. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Trust and know that you will be fine. Ashe, yep. The Queen of Pentacles with the Six of Cups. Whew. You see how this energy is walking away from something, right? The Queen of Pentacles, and then you have the rabbit showing up. What was the rabbit's message? You're being guided to clean out your mental closet, release emotional baggage, find your inner child, and design your life your way. Open your eyes, mind, and heart to the opportunities around you, and stay in one spot long enough to appreciate the moment. Because you could be around something that's not even allowing you to appreciate the moment. That shit sucks. That shit sucks, okay? Don't put yourself through that. You don't have to. It's literally what this message is saying. Because some of you are really self-made and you're in a position to see what that is. Capricorn energy right there, honestly. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Coins. Your hard, the work that you've been putting in, it's time for it to pay off. Don't allow yourself or anyone to get in the way of that. 7-Eleven. You got asked, it's literally 7-Eleven on the clock. You ask for something, your wish has arrived. Look at that. The Magician. The Magician speaks to you. Abracadabra, you ask and you shall receive. And the 7-Eleven, you know what? Listen, we are done here. Okay? It's 1376. That's 1313. I went to 1476 on the screen. And it's still 7-Eleven. So with that, my love, let's close out this energy. Cleanse any type of vibes that wants to keep the collective away from seeing things clearly, and allow them to see clearly, Ashe. So it is. All praise is due to the Most High. I love y'all very much. Infinite gratitude for tuning in. 77:33 on the timer. I'll see y'all in the next live, y'all. Mwah. Ciao.